What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. 2019 looks like it's going to be a pretty solid year for TV. So I've decided to do a top 10 list of my 10 anticipated TV shows of 2019. Now these are, new TV shows, so I'm not counting like returning TV shows like Game of Thrones final season or anything like that. So these are just like the new shows that's premiering next year. So that being said, here's my top 10 list. Coming in at number 10 is the show the called Godfather of Harlem. Now, this show is such a star Forrest Whitaker as gangster Bumpy Johnson, who makes his way in Harlem during the 1960s. And it's also a prequel to the 2007 film American Gangster. This actually sounds like it could be interesting. For one, Malcolm X is supposed to be a character in this. Like the actor who played Malcolm X in that movie Selma, he's returning to play the role of Malcolm X. He also got a few other good supporting casts like Ravi Gavron, who was just in Stars Born, Giancarlo Esposito, Paul Sorvino, Lucy Fry. And the list goes on and on. It's a really decent cast. And this is a show that's supposed to be coming to Epix, which I'm hoping Epix has like, a Game of Thrones like show on their hands because they've been doing some stuff lately, like a Berlin Station and Get Shorty, but they haven't really had like the biggest hit yet. Kind of like how HBO has Game of Thrones and Stars has Outlander. They don't really have much of a popular show just yet. So hopefully, Godfather of Harlem could be one of their popular shows to come out, and it's also being from it's also being directed by John Riley, who also does a few other stuff. He was a producer on 12 Years a Slave, America Crime, Three Kings, Undercover Brother, for anyone who dug that one. I think The Godfather of Harlem could be something to look forward to, and it's also been a while since we've seen a good, gangster TV show. We haven't had once like a good gangster TV show since The Sopranos. So hopefully this could be the next Sopranos as well. That's what we're going to say. All right, coming in at number 9 is an HBO show called Apura. Now, this is based on an Israeli TV show, and it's being created by Sam Levinson, who recently put out that really awesome movie, American Assassination Nation. That's what I'm saying. And this show is supposed to have some pretty solid cast members. Let me pull up the cast list. All right. The cast in this includes Zendaya. She's going to be starring in this. It'll also have Austin Abrams from Paper Towns, Alexa Demi, who was just in that movie mid-90s, Jacob Elordi, who was just on that Netflix film The Kissing Booth. See, there's L.G. Smith, Sydney Sweeney, Storm Reed from Wrinkle of Time. Pretty good cast, and it's supposed to be the look at life for a group of high school students as they grapple with issues of drugs and a few other stuff. Now, there's not really much to say about this, but you know what? It's being created by the guy who did Assassination Nation, and that movie was awesome. So I'm curious to see what that guy will do next. And this is an interesting show for Zendaya because, Zendaya is more known for Disney Channel shows like, Casey Undercover. Of course, she was just in The Great Showman. This is going to be a show that could probably strengthen her acting abilities. See how good she could do outside of stuff like Great Showman or Casey on the Cover. I mean, Bella Dawn's actually doing pretty well with stuff like Assassination Nation and a few others. So let's see how good Zendaya would be in this. And it's of course HBO, so that piques my interest. I mean, it's always nice to see a new HBO show coming. All right. Coming in at number 8 is another HBO show, and that is Lovecraft Country. Now, this is supposed to have a pretty good cast as well, like Jonathan Majors, who was just in that film White Boy Rick is in this. There's Elizabeth Debicki from Widows. And it's also based on a book by H.P. Lovecraft. I never read the book, so I can't really comment much on the book. But the film is being created by Misha Green and Get Out director Jordan Peele. And one of the producers is J.J. Abrams. So get J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Company, teaming up with Jordan Peele from Get Out fame. Sign me up there. And the synopsis sounds cool too. It's about like a young African American who travels across the U.S. in the 1950s in search for his missing father. That sounds like it could be interesting. Now, I never read the book, so I can't really talk much about what the book is about or anything. But from what I heard, this movie is supposed to be pretty creepy. It's supposed to be like a horror show. So that has me intrigued. I think this could be the next Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones is ending in April, and I guess HBO wants to find their next Game of Thrones. So who knows? This could be it. Oh, and not to mention, Michael K. Williams will be in this. aka Omar from The Wire. So that's always a given. Coming in at number 7 is Swamp Thing. Now, after that, Titan show, I'm down to see what other stuff that DC streaming service is going to be having. And one I'm really looking forward to is Swamp Thing. I mean, this is being from the same guy who did, the Underworld film. It's also being created by James Wan, who just put out Aquaman. And it also has a pretty decent cast. Let me pull the cast list. Like Jennifer Beals is in this. Andy Bain, from who's supposed to be in that new It sequel. Virginia Madsen's in this. Derek Mears, who played Jason Voorhees in the 2009 remake. He's actually playing the role of Swamp Thing. Krista Reed from Gotham is in this. Pretty solid cast, and I think this could be something really cool. I cannot wait to see what that Swamp Thing's going to look like. Yeah, hopefully this will be as good as Titans, because Titans is such a surprise hit, and I'm like I said, I'm curious to see what else that DC streaming service is going to put out. Coming in at number 6 is another show that's set for release on that DC streaming service, and that will be Harley Quinn. Now, this is going to be an R-rated Harley Quinn animated show, and after that teaser trailer, I'm on board. That was a really cool teaser that they put out. For one, you also got Kelly Cuoco from Big Bang Theory fame doing the voice of Harley Quinn. Alan Tudyk is in this. You even got Jason Alexander. Deidre Bader from American Housewife is in this. I think the cast sounds cool. Harley Quinn is an awesome character, you see. Margot Robbie, of course, plays her good, so it's going to be also interesting to see another actress voicing Harley Quinn other than Tara Strong, because Tara Strong is out of everyone who voiced the role of Harley Quinn, Tara Strong is probably the best voice like Harley Quinn voice actress there is. So let's see how good Kaley Cuoco would do as the voice of Harley Quinn. And hey, maybe if this Harley Quinn show does well, maybe that Deadpool anime show could get picked up. I mean, that could be a possibility too. So hopefully this show is a really good show. All right, coming in at number 5 is a show called Schooled. Now this is actually a spin-off to pretty much my favorite show on TV right now, The Goldbergs, and it features Amanda Michalka's character, Elena, who's now a teacher at the high school she used to went to. And this show actually takes place in the 90s. So it's pretty much, 1990 something, yeah. I'm really pumped for this. Now, I think Amanda Michalka is really good on the Goldbergs. She plays that role, Lane, very well. Really like her chemistry between the actor who plays Barry. Their chemistry is on point. And also, you got Tim Meadows back. The one who plays the coach, Brian Cullen, is in this. I mean, the previews I've been seeing from school has looked awesome. Cannot wait to see how good the show will be. I mean, will it be as good as the Goldbergs? Well, that has to be wait and see. But yeah, I'm really intrigued by School. Coming in at number 4 is The Boys. Now, this is based on a comic book, and it's being created by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. And the cast, and this is also outstanding. Let me pull up the cast list. Has so many people in it, I can't remember them all from the top of my head. All right. The cast list in this includes Carl Urban, Jennifer Esposito, Aaron Moriarty, Jack Quaid, Elizabeth Shue. The list goes on and on. They released like a teaser trailer for this like not so long ago. I mean, I think this looks really cool. Now, it's supposed to be a show for Amazon. And Amazon has been doing pretty good with shows lately. Marvelous Miss Maisel's pretty decent. They've done other decent stuff here and there. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with The Boys. Because from what I heard, this is supposed to be one of the most violent shows on TV. It might actually end up being more violent than Daredevil. So I'm really intrigued by The Boys. All right, coming in at number 3 is Watchmen. Now, this is based on the DC comic, which actually got adapted before in 2009. Kind of cool that a Watchmen show is coming out next year, since the Watchmen movie that was directed by Zack Snyder turns 10 next year. One feel old. Okay, and it's also being created by the guy who created Lost and The Leftovers. So there's that. And the cast is pretty stacked too. Let me put the cast list. The cast here includes Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who could be seen now as Black Manta in Aquaman. You also got Francis Fisher in this. Eldline Clemens is in this. Louis Gossett Jr. It's always nice to see Louis Gossett Jr. in anything. Don Johnson, Regina King, who's most likely going to win an Oscar for If Beale Street Could Talk. Tim Mison, for all you Sleepy Hollow fans. Tim Blake Nelson is in this. Let's see. It has a really cool cast. I'm really curious to see how good this Watchmen show would do. And if I'm mistaken, this is actually HBO's first superhero show. I can't ever recall them ever doing a superhero show before. There's probably one that I can't think of, but I'm really positive I've never seen HBO ever tackle a superhero, like the superhero genre, as a TV show. Pretty cool. But I think this Watchmen could be something cool, and hopefully it'll come out and be decent. All right, coming in at number 2 is Doom Patrol. Now, they just released a teaser for this, And I gotta say, I'm really intrigued. Now, of course, this is also coming from that DC streaming service. And the characters of Doom Patrol actually was featured in Titans, which is also on that DC streaming service. And also, Alan Tudyk is also in those. I mean, Alan Tudyk has a habit of doing these type of stuff. I mean, he's in Harley Quinn. He was just in Deadpool too. I mean, kudos to Alan Tudyk. I love Alan Tudyk, by the way. If you guys never seen Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, you gotta get on that. He's awesome in that movie. Anyway, back to Doom Patrol. Now, this show is also going to have a pretty decent cast. It's going to have Matt Bomer, April Bowlby, Timothy Dalton, aka James Bond, Diane Guerrero from Orange is the New Black fame. Nice to see Brandon Fraser back. Hopefully, this will be a hit for Brandon Fraser and maybe a comeback for Fraser because, he has been on a low streak lately. Oh, and Jovan Wade is playing Cyborg. He actually looks awesome as Cyborg. I'm actually really interested in this Doom Patrol show. I really dug, that TV spot they released looked pretty cool. It has a cool cast involved. And after Titans, like I said, I'm curious to see what else that DC streaming service is going to put out. And Doom Patrol actually looks like it's going to be really cool. Now, the show's actually going to premiere in February. I think February 15th. I mean, they just announced the release date like this past week. So, yeah, I cannot wait to check out Doom Patrol. All right. Coming in at number one for my anticipated TV show of 2019, that will be The Twilight Zone. Now, this is a show that's coming to CBS All Access, which I don't really care much for the shows on that thing. I mean, I know lots of people like Star Trek Discovery. I tried watching it. I really couldn't get into that show at all. And they also did like this a $1 show I tried to watch. I couldn't get into that. Hopefully, The Twilight Zone will be their better show. Because The Twilight Zone, the original, is an iconic horror show. It's completely creepy. I mean, if it wasn't for The Twilight Zone, you probably wouldn't have American Horror Story or any other, anthology shows like that. The Twilight Zone paved ways, for those type of shows. And this time around, you got Jordan Peele, who I believe is a producer on this, and he's also he's also actually going to be the new host of the Twilight Zone. And few episodes are supposed to be having a decent cast, like Sanaa Lathan's in this, Adam Scott, Jacob Tremblay, John Cho. Oh yeah, Greg Kinnear was just cast. I think the Twilight Zone is going to be really awesome, and with Jordan Peele involved, after seeing what he did with Get Out, cannot wait to see what Jordan Peele is going to be doing, next with his career because that guy is awesome. And yeah, I'm hoping Twilight Zone is going to be good. And I'm also curious to see what stories is going to involve in the new Twilight Zone. Because if you see the Twilight Zone, you'll know how creepy some of those episodes were, and I mean they were really creepy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my top anticipated TV shows of 2019. Let me do a quick rundown. Number 10, Godfather of Harlem. 9, Aurora. That's how you pronounce it. Number 8, Lovecraft Country. Number 7, Swamp Thing. 6, Harley Quinn. 5, School. 4, The Boys. 3, Watchmen. 2, Doom Patrol. 1, The Twilight Zone. Now, there's a few other shows that's set for release next year. Let me pull some of the list. Okay, Ricky. Now, Batwoman could probably come out next year, but that hasn't got green light yet. Let's see. The Masked Singer kind of looks weird. Good Trouble, from Freeform, which is a Foster spinoff I'm looking forward to. Fam with Anita Dover could be cool. Deadly Class looks awesome. Wayne, Carmen Sandiego. I Am the Night could be decent. Grand Hotel comes out. Let's see. Stargirl could be good. Pennyworth, which is a show about Alfred. LA's Finest, which is the Bad Boys spinoff, is coming. Dark Crystal, I'm looking forward for. Creep Show. Yeah, there's lots of interesting shows premiering next year. Let me leave it to you guys. Oh, and by the way, if you're asking if anyone's watching this and asking, hey, where's the Game of Thrones spinoff and where's the Star Wars show? To be honest, I'm thinking they're probably going to premiere those in 2020, which is kind of why they're not on my list. I mean, if it turns out that they're saying premiere date in 2019, then maybe I'll add in both of those in my list. But right now, I'm just pretty sure they're going to come out in 2020. Same with The Witcher, which I'm actually looking forward for The Witcher, but I think they're going to premiere that in 2020. But anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your anticipated TV shows of 2019? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.